If you were to search for a complex medical question or a detailed financial strategy today, you would expect a list of links. You would expect to see a variety of websites, articles, and experts. But lately, something different is happening. Instead of that familiar list of blue links, a large, neatly formatted box appears at the top of your screen. It provides a direct, comprehensive answer, pulling information from across the web into a single paragraph. You get exactly what you need in seconds. You don't have to scroll, you don't have to compare sources, and most importantly, you don't have to click. For the first time in 25 years, the click is becoming optional. We are witnessing the end of the internet as we have known it. To understand why this matters, we have to look at the silent agreement that has governed the web since the late 90s. For decades, the search engine functioned as a doorway. It was a massive digital index that pointed you toward other people's work. The deal was simple. Google provided the traffic, and creators, the journalists, the hobbyists, the chefs, and the researchers provided the content. This ecosystem allowed the internet to flourish. Websites earned money through ads or subscriptions because users actually visited their pages. In return, these creators kept writing, filming, and sharing. But that social contract is being rewritten. With the introduction of Search Generative Experience, or SGE, along with platforms like Bing and Perplexity, the search engine is no longer just a doorway. It is trying to become the destination. These companies are using artificial intelligence to browse the web for us, ingest the information they find, and spit back a summary. The result is what industry experts call a zero-click search. It's incredibly convenient for the user, but it's potentially fatal for the creators who make the information possible in the first place. Consider something as common as searching for a recipe. In the old model, you would search for how to make lasagna, click on a food blog, and scroll through the author's stories and tips to find the ingredient list. That visit allowed the blogger to pay for their hosting and their groceries through the ads on the page. Today, an AI agent can scan that blog, extract the ingredients and the steps, and display them directly on the search page. You get the recipe, but the creator gets nothing. No visit, no ad revenue, and no way to sustain their work. This isn't just a problem for food bloggers. This is the new reality for news organizations, tech reviewers, and niche experts. We are entering an era where AI agents are essentially ghosting the web. They take the value and leave the source behind. If you've noticed that your search results feel more efficient lately, it's because the middleman is being removed. But in this case, the middleman was the very person who wrote the answer you're reading. The economic fallout of this shift is already beginning to ripple through the digital economy. If websites don't get clicks, they don't get revenue. If they don't get revenue, they eventually stop publishing. This creates a terrifying paradox for the future of artificial intelligence. These AI models are trained on human-generated data. They need a constant stream of new, factual, and creative content to stay relevant and accurate. If the AI-driven search model bankrupts the people who write the facts, where will the AI get its information 5 years from now? We risk entering a feedback loop where AI models end up scraping other AI models. This leads to a degradation of truth and quality that could make the internet far less useful than it is today. But while the traditional economy of the web is struggling, a new, more invisible industry is rising to take its place. For years, businesses practiced SEO, or search engine optimization, to rank higher in those lists of blue links. Now, we are seeing the birth of AIO, AI optimization. Companies are no longer just trying to rank first on a page. They are trying to figure out how to convince an AI model to mention their product as the best solution in a summary. This is where things get truly surprising, and perhaps a bit unsettling. Unlike a sponsored link, which is clearly labeled as an ad, an AI summary feels like an objective fact. If you ask an AI for the best laptop for a student, and it recommends one specific brand, you're likely to trust it. But behind the scenes, companies are already experimenting with ways to bribe or manipulate these models. This could take the form of specialized data partnerships or subtle tweaks to how information is presented online to ensure the AI picks them. It's a new form of advertising that is nearly impossible for the average user to detect. We are moving from an era of search and find to an era of ask and be told, and the person telling us the answer might have a hidden motive we can't see. So, where does the internet go from here? We are likely to see a massive shift toward walled gardens. High-quality information, the kind produced by professional researchers and journalists, may soon be locked behind strict paywalls. This isn't just to make money, it's a defensive measure to keep AI scrapers from taking the content for free. The public web, the part of the internet we can all access for free, could become a ghost town. It may be filled with AI bots talking to other AI bots, churning out low-quality, automated content designed solely to feed the machines. The open, interconnected web we've spent 30 years building is fracturing. On one side, you'll have the premium, human-verified internet that you have to pay to enter. On the other, a free, automated landscape where it's increasingly difficult to tell what's real. As we stand at this crossroads, it's worth looking back at that initial search. The instant answer at the top of your screen is undeniably convenient. It saves time. It reduces friction. It makes our devices feel smarter. But we have to ask ourselves, is that convenience worth the loss of a diverse, human-led internet? Every time we accept an AI summary without clicking through to the source, we are making a choice. We are choosing the answer over the author. We are choosing the destination over the doorway. As these tools become more integrated, our next search might truly be the last one that leads us to a page written by a human being. The internet isn't disappearing, but the people who made it worth visiting just might be. In the next episode, we'll explore how this loss of human touch is moving from our screens to our voices as AI begins to clone the people we trust most.